morning. Well, as you can see, I'm the only one on the train, well, in this carriage, on the way to Bath to cycle home. So this is progress. I'm at Bath station and I've plugged the route into my Garmin, but I just don't know which way to go. There's lots of choices, but I'll pick one and see what my Garmin says. So actually that was the trickiest bit of the trip, was actually finding the canal when I was in Bath. I was looking down the hill, but actually you need to be looking up because the canal is raised. So, but once I found it, as you'll see, it was plain sailing from there on in. Woohoo! I found the River Avon, or is it the canal here? Looks a bit canal-ish, with lots of longboats. But we're off and running. So I simply followed the National Cycle Network 4 all the way. There were a couple of occasions when the directions seemed to take you off the towpath, but I literally just stayed on it because I just thought it was easier that way. There are 3 occasions when there is no towpath, so you have to leave it. One was Bradford upon Avon, which was this little village, and you go up this really steep hill that I eventually had to walk because I was in the wrong gear. And then you get to the top of that, you get to a crossroads, turn left, and then you go back and find the canal again. The second time was at Bruce Tunnel, which is a very narrow tunnel with no towpath along the side of it. So again, you just go up the hill a little bit, not quite so bad this time, and after 100 yards you find the towpath again. And the third occasion was in Newbury town centre, where again there is no towpath, so you go up onto the roads, down the high street if you want, buy a sandwich, and then you go back onto the towpath again. So that's all pretty straightforward. Well, isn't this amazing? Amazing weather, amazing scenery, amazing locks, so many of them, all in quick succession. We're obviously climbing here. We're about 2 or 3 miles out of Devizes. Motoring on, I'm about a third of the way now, about 50 kilometres. It's taken me about just over 3 hours. So that means it's going to be 9 hours in total, which is quite a lot. But I'm just stopped for a jam sandwich, thanks to Alistair Humphreys who wrote the book Micro Adventures, which is what this is all about, who always ate jam sandwiches, much like Paddington. Trickiest bit about these rides is going under these bridges because they're low and gravelly. That's not really my style. I'm definitely more hair. This is interesting. This is the first lock that's actually coming lower down following me, so this is now flowing towards the Thames. All the other locks have been up, which have been presumably flowing towards the River Severn. Here we go.
my first puncture in a tubeless tyre, and this sealant has worked wonders. It was a massive thorn, and I sort of just pulled it out. There was probably about 2 or 3 centimetres sticking out, and I pulled it out, and pretty soon it sealed up with the sealant. That is impressive. Well, I'm in Newbury now, which is about 2/3 distance, and it's just gone 2 o'clock, so all is going well. Well, I finally got my ice cream. Woohoo! Someone that took contactless payments and was on my route. So there we go, a 99, love it. So this, I believe, is the end of my ride. This is Fobney pumping station in Reading, and there is no towpath along the canal after this, so that is my destination.
So overall it was 124 kilometres in distance. It took me 6 hours 15 of pure cycling to do that, which including breaks was about 8 hours 10 minutes. The ascent was 268 metres, which of course is only the first 2/5 of the cycle route, because you're going uphill from Bath to just beyond Cane Hill, where you saw those 16 locks, and from there it's literally downhill all the way. I mean, most of it's flat, but overall it's just downhill because all the locks just keep going downhill towards Reading. So only point to make really is that you definitely need cleats or pedal protectors, because some of the pathways, especially the muddy areas, are really bumpy, and otherwise your feet just get kicked out. But it was absolutely great fun, and I'd definitely do it again, or even add on the Bristol to Bath railway track, which is supposed to be quite good, so I might go and do that next time. Rock and roll.